Steins Gate does not deserve to be number 2 on Mal's best ranked anime of all time, but it was still a decent show. I have very mixed feelings about this anime, so strap in as we work to some sort of definitive answer on just how good Steins Gate was. There will be spoilers in this video. Okabe, the mad scientist, is undoubtedly the best part of this series. He speaks eloquently and enigmatically, runs around with his head cut off, and disrupts the space-time continuum. While I enjoyed seeing him grow into a more aware and ultimately better man, I simply did not have a fondness for him. He felt distant and arrogant with all of his little verbal jabs at Kurisu, especially at the beginning. I never really found myself cheering for him. I simply watched him perform tasks and I couldn't really relate to him at all. Being an eccentric character is interesting for sure, but I would much rather watch Senku from Dr. Stone than Okabe. I'm not saying he is a bad character, nor is he poorly written. Quite the opposite, actually. His motivations and backstory are very compelling. It's just that I would not put that guy anywhere near the top 10 anime character list. The character writing is where this show shines, but the pacing is pretty poor. The first 12 episodes are all set up for the actual plot of the show, and hey, I understand. There's no way that I could write it in a different way because you need every single second of background info before you get into Mayuri being killed dozens of times. It matters that you saw her for 12 whole episodes as a bright, cheery, soulful young girl, only to be relentlessly stricken by the cold grip of death. Okabe goes back to save her accordingly, and that's where things basically just go in reverse. Is it bad technique to rehash what was already done in the previous 12 episodes? Yes, I think so. But did they execute that technique in the best way possible? Yes. It's understandable that we need so much time for Okabe and Kurisu to develop feelings for one another, but that's where my next qualm comes in. This anime was weird and perverted. Usually anime cringe is reserved to once an episode or in between crucial arcs, but in this show, it's there every step of the way. 90% of the show is one of the characters being really creepy and sometimes actually assaulting a girl. Like when Okabe had to check that Ruka was a guy, but in that timeline, she wasn't. What was that? That was literally terrifying to watch and just disgusting. Anime is freaking weird sometimes. But yeah, I was definitely not enjoying many of the talking points in this show, but it eventually did get better. It stopped going over those things. Sometimes I just hate anime, man. The plot itself wasn't that bad though. Okabe just had to recorrect the text message he sent to himself in the past, and so it ended up being really predictable. I get that Kurisu was his romantic interest, but I'm not sure I understand their pairing. It was a little bit of a trope for the two people to argue and then get together in the end, am I right? I wouldn't say that their coupling wasn't earned, but I don't think I understand their relationship other than pure situational circumstances. They worked on science together, so they are made for each other apparently. Here's where I have some more questions though. What sets this anime apart from all others? Why is it number 2 on my anime list? Also, what exactly is the theme? Love stands the test of time or something? I don't see what is so timeless about this anime, so please tell me in the comments down below what makes this anime so special. I'm just bewildered. My ultimate consensus on Steins Gate is that it has many interesting concepts, a cast of generally intriguing characters, and a decent set of plot twists and turns. However, I can't say that it's one of my top 10 anime, far from it. I would definitely put it in the A tier, but I would not recommend it to anyone new to anime. Steins Gate should be reserved for seasoned anime watchers like myself in order for them to understand all of the little references to things like moe culture, harems, common Japanese phrases like otaku, and other aspects that a noob just would not understand. This show was weird to say the least, but it wasn't bad per se. Maybe I would have appreciated it more back when it initially aired, or maybe if I were Japanese, but watching it in 2023, I don't see what people love about it. So yeah, Steins Gate was good, but you're definitely stretching to call it great. Make sure to subscribe to see more anime reviews and analyses like this video, and as always, this is the Eagle-Eyed Samurai signing off.